Joshua writes in and says, "Hey, Zach, details came out that part of the Kyler Murray deal is that he is required to spend 4 hours on film study. Is this a bad look, and should fans of the Cardinals and him be worried that they had to put into a contract things he should already be doing?" So this is a really, really fun topic, in my opinion. When Kyler Murray signed his massive $230 million contract, there was an independent study clause in there that requires him to watch 4 hours of film a week. I should say required him to watch 4 hours of film a week because it was such a bad look. And it was a bad look for both Arizona and the player because it made Kyler Murray look lazy. And it made Arizona look stupid for signing for giving a massive contract to a player who is not potentially watching film. If watching film is a concern of yours, you probably shouldn't be giving that guy $230 million. So Kyler got all defensive. Kyler Murray was like, "It's disrespectful. People are doubting me, blah, blah, blah." And Arizona actually ended up removing the clause from the contract. Here is a statement that Arizona made in the wake of all that. They said, "After seeing the distraction it created, we removed the addendum from the contract. It was clearly perceived in ways we never intended, and our confidence in Kyler Murray is as high as it's ever been, and nothing demonstrates our belief in his ability to lead this team more than the commitment reflected in the contract." They're like, "Yo, we paid him $230 million. That should speak for itself, and how dare you create a distraction and be questioning why we put in there?" I have no idea. Look, I don't know why there at one point was a clause that required Kyler Murray to watch 4 hours of film a week by himself. It's hilarious and weird because the reality is that watching 4 hours of film a week is nothing. I watched significantly more than that as a high school quarterback. Like 4 hours that's what Tom Brady watches like in a day after practice. So it's weird it's in there. I don't know if they were micromanaging him. I don't know if they were trying something new with a contract. I don't know what it was. I don't know why it's in there. I have a hard time believing Kyler Murray doesn't watch any film. Although it's possible, I guess. If Kyler Murray really isn't watching 4 hours of film a week, that's terrifying. Now, what it could be happening is that he goes to, watch film with Cliff Kingsbury, the coach, and he's watching film in meetings all the time. So he's doing it all the time and maybe going home and not watching stuff by himself. I don't really know. But certainly this was a very weird story. One, I haven't ever seen anything like that. I heard the stories of Jamarcus Russell not watching film are legendary. Look them up sometime if you want to. But I've got a hard time believing Kyler Murray doesn't watch any film. And if he's not, that's insane, and the Cardinals are insane for having to pay him, but it's just kind of weird. The whole thing was a bad look. I don't know why I just don't know why they put that in the contract. I'll never really understand, and maybe someday we'll get more on that story, like maybe in 10 years from now, they'll be like, "Remember that time?" But I think, honestly, it's going to be forgotten 10 years from now. We're never going to find out why they did that. But it's always bad when you give a player that much money and then include a detail that makes him look bad publicly. It's no one won there. It's very weird, and I'm just shocked. I think it's just bizarre that any of that happened.